Yo guys, what's up? We are back, man, and this is day 3. Even though I told y'all I'm not going to be making these videos every single day that the beta is out, but guys, I done learned some more stuff. I done found out some more stuff. And think about this for a second. If I can make, this is the third video, obviously, because this is day 3, then you know that I have literally been looking at every single detail of this game. And I told y'all, I didn't like the trailer. The trailer was trash, but the gameplay itself is really good, man. And if y'all missed the first 2 parts, the day 2, day 1, go watch those because obviously I will express a lot more than I do in this video. Trust me. For y'all like, oh, this all you talking about? This is day 3. So this is, I'm trying to tell y'all, something new. It seems like it's every day. I'm playing with different teams. I'm throwing with different quarterbacks. Like today I played with Russell Wilson a little bit. Even though the AI was, I'm trying to tell y'all, the AI in this game is freaking ridiculous, bro. I'm talking about like in a good way. That I think this is the smartest AI on both sides of the ball. Even though I think the computer, for some reason, plays better on defense than when you're playing on defense. In my opinion, it seems like the computer just sheds and you sacked. You know what I'm saying? But when you go against the computer, it seems like they have more time than you. Even if you had the better player, like I think one time I had TJ Watt going up against, I forgot what team it was. But when I played against TJ Watt, when the computer had Steelers, they was wreaking havoc. But anyway, guys, something I learned real quick: Aaron Rodgers no longer has Gambler. So shout out to DOMG for this because I didn't know this until I actually looked at it because it has the same logo. Aaron Rodgers no longer has Gambler for X Factor. He now has dots, and that's perfect passing on any throw. On any throw. So I guess you can do a high pass, low pass, out of the pocket, whatever you doing. And what's crazy, I think I actually requested this some years ago, but I don't think that's what it was called. I think it was something else. I don't know. But that's freaking cool that he has that. I tried to activate that in the game, but I'm telling y'all, it's hard. Think about 5+ yards in the air. So it's like you can't do no screen pass and then run 5 yards. No, it's 5+ in the air. And with the smart AI like this, it is very tough to get that. I remember one time I got so freaking mad because I had one more left, and I think I either got picked off or a dude got the arm in, and I was like, oh my gosh, no. It kind of feels like, how they was like I think it was a thing MLB one year or something like that when they said if you pitch a perfect game you'll get like $1 million. I find it very hard. Think about I'm playing these games on All Pro versus computer. If you can throw a 25 for 25, like literally passing the ball, not just like obviously doing the wide receiver, you know, QB pass. If you can pass the ball without throwing the incompletion, just like a perfect quarterback rating, not even 25 or 25, just literally a perfect quarterback rating. I think you can mess up a little bit. That's very impressive. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know how you're gonna do it, especially with this collision system and stuff like that. That's crazy. But yeah, dots, like I said, it's called dots, perfect passing on any throw, and you have to get 5 yard consecutive passes. But it's actually 6 times. So 5+ yard passes 6 times in a row. So I'm like, ooh, I mean, of course you can run the ball and it won't count towards it. But any pass you make, like if you about to get sacked, especially in this game, you gonna get sacked and the AI plays better in coverage. That's tough. So it's like it's definitely a balance. You may be like, oh, that junk is OP. Try to get it, and you'll see how OP it is. It is not OP because I guarantee you, barely anybody will get the X Factor because it's really tough. So anyway, that's one thing for Aaron Rodgers. Also, I found out there's a new celebration. You know how I told y'all the L2 button is no longer to celebrate. That is the new, like the one cut modifier or something like that, and you have to press L2 and R2 or left trigger or right trigger and hold X or hold A to start the celebration. Now they got like some new like cool high step, like I won't say it's like Deion Sanders type, but how it looks, it's freaking sick, man. It's like somebody doing like dance. I won't say it's the gritty, even though I did, talk about them adding the gritty. I'll talk about what I wanted them to add in later. Um, but yeah, it's really cool. So try to celebrate before the end zone, and I think you'll see some new celebrations walking into the end zone. So that's pretty cool. Um, Also as well, usually the low pass has been L2 lately. And with this whole new improving passing system, especially if you have like the accuracy or the new thing they got going on, the low pass is now L2. It's still like L2, LT, the left trigger or whatever. That and down. Now, if you move it in any other type of direction, which is like low in a way, like say if you move the stick. My bad, guys. This lady's still talking to my ear on. All right, that thing totally messed me up. I hate the voice commanders right now. I don't know why I didn't turn it off, but anyway. Um, Basically, okay, the back shoulder fade, like that's what if you put the stick down and you throw it towards the sideline, that's how you get the back shoulder fade. So I was actually doing that without realizing that's what I was doing, and that's how you can do the back shoulder fade. So basically, you press down, swivel it like corner circle back, however you say it in the fighting games. Swivel it, and then you'll see the little icon circle pop up, and you can throw it to wherever you want it. They have like an infinite thing, they have a close thing, and they have a far thing. I'm going with the close because somehow you can aim it across the field. It's kind of weird, and with the timing from the pass rush, it's kind of crazy. But y'all see exactly what I'm talking about. It probably sounds confusing now, but yeah. So low pass, if you want a low pass, make sure you press that L2 and down on the stick. But if you want to do a back shoulder fade, you swivel that thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I've learned also. Also, I've seen some new stadiums in the game. They have a Pro Bowl stadium, but it's not like in Hawaii. It's not in Florida. They have it at Allegiant Stadium, which is kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if that's where the Pro Bowl will be this year or if that's where it was last year. I think they could have did a better job with it. Obviously, everything is still a work in progress. The Pro Bowl field could have been a lot better. It could have had some trees, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, Florida, it could have had a nice background, but having it in that stadium and just recreating it with the Pro Bowl thing, it wasn't all good to me. They also added something called the Allans Arena, which is actually the military field from Long Shot. And I was so excited to play on this field because I think I requested this too a while back, except it wasn't that one. It was a desert field from the Long Shot back then. Like they had the helicopters and you saw the wind. It reminded me of like what's it called, the Longest Yard. You know how they was playing out there in the dirt, which is like the Adam Sandler movie, if y'all don't know. And I thought that was really cool. But the thing is, right now that field is glitched up, so I don't know if they were gonna fix it, and then eventually they'll have us um play on that field like in mud. I always said the long shot stadium should have been in mud, so that would have been cool. So anyway, Wembley Stadium is in the game, and I played on this field. So Allegiant, the Pro Bowl stadium, I played on. The Wembley Stadium, which is the London Stadium, I played on, which is nice. And they also have a Tottenham Total Spur London Stadium, which I believe is my favorite stadium right now. And they had a Estadio Azteca, which is the Mexico Stadium. And I was like, oh shoot, that's freaking cool, man. I played on all of those stadiums, and I think like I said, the Tottenham Hotspur. That's weird how to say it. I don't know how to really say it, but it's another London stadium. That's probably the best looking one so far. Even though I actually do like the long shot one, but it's not operational. Like I tried to throw a pass, or the computer threw a pass, and he caught it with D Hop, and he hit the barricade, and he literally glitched towards the touchdown. So that's a work in progress. Maybe they need to clean it up. Hopefully that field is still playable. Now, also, since I'm talking about stadiums, I'll go ahead and add in one of the things that I requested from EA Sports. Since John Madden is a Hall of Famer, and a lot of players, go into the Hall of Fame every single year, for his addition, for his moment, for this all Madden feel to it, it's only fitting if they put the Canton, Ohio Stadium back into the game. Obviously, that was literally my favorite stadium ever in Madden. That stadium was so clean, it was good. I love that freaking stadium. I love the environment, how it was, even the practice field. EA add the practice field, please. That would be sick too. I probably need to put that in there. That practice field, playing in the mud or just playing in general, was a fun field to play on because it was something different. It was unique, and it just had a vibe. Like it's something about you know. Obviously, I love NFL stadiums. Obviously going to the Falcons games every Sunday is cool to see it. But it's something about that practice field in that Canton, Ohio field. Like it feels like a different. I don't know. It's something about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, certain stadiums, you like, oh yeah, I done seen it, I done seen this, I done seen that. It's cool. So I have requested for them to add the Canton, Ohio stadium into the game, and I'll talk about more about the stuff I requested and stuff like that. So anyway, about gameplay. I have noticed playing this game. You know, I used to hear people all the time, oh drags are they OP or whatever drags, and all this other foolishness. This year, drags get locked up, man. I'm talking about they're locked up. Like if especially if somebody playing like a cloud or a low soft squad, whatever you want to call it, man. Dudes are all over that drag. It's almost literally impossible to do a drag unless you got um like a slide-o-matic or backfield mismatch or something. It's crazy. So be careful trying to just come out and run drags because it's not no easy dot. I'm trying to tell you, this AI that we're playing against this year in Madden is freaking tough, man. And I remember y'all know this year already, Madden 22. Sometimes, you know, when you come out of trip set or whatever and you streak the middle receiver, the safety will either fly straight down or dumb out, or I don't necessarily say I will abuse it, but I will read the safety to see if I can throw it. That's almost literally impossible to do. You can't even read the safety no more. That safety is going to be there where he needs to be. He's not going to fly down. He's not going to move over. There's no reading that safety at all. That safety is going to be there. Especially when I played against the Broncos, going against Justin Simmons. He was all over that streak in the middle of the field. And if not, that middle linebacker, like, was cheating over and everything. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, this AI is smart. Do not think about you coming out here. If you try to streak anybody, you think nobody's on somebody, somebody is gonna come, like recognize that. Oh shoot, nobody's on them. Let me go get them, and they will be there. So be careful with that, because I'm telling you, I have lost a lot of games, and well, I ain't gonna say a lot of games, but I have won more than I have lost in this beta. But I never felt like the game was full of crap except for like obviously a jump ball. Like dang, like but it's so cool because of the animation they have, and I'm thinking I'll get a chance to pick it off. But when you look at the replay, it shows the positioning and how his body was. Because the only reason why I say that because them mid-air collisions when I pass the ball, I see that a lot. So when I can see the computer not getting mid-air collided and they catching all these crazy passes, I'm like, bro, what the heck going on? But like I said, it's probably how I'm passing the ball, and you know, it's just normal stuff. Sometimes you're not gonna catch every single pass, and I think they did it intentionally because they don't want people to really get moss like that in anyway. So it's like that's EA trying to tone down somebody getting moss, and they trying to add it like a new dynamic. Like so, I'm all for it. I feel like we should be able to have more catches. I still believe DK Metcalf is the best receiver in the game. He is the only one that consistently can just go out there and catch with. He has some of the best animations. He has the best animations. I'm not gonna say some of that. He has the best animations in the game as far as like a regular player right now. I'm pretty sure when they add Mutt and all that other stuff, you know, probably whoever is a legend will probably have better animations. But DK, who a lot of people said was going to be on the cover, has the best animations. He is the best receiver in the game. He goes up and get it. He comes down with it. I like playing with Keenan Allen a little bit too. Justin Herbert, y'all know how I feel about him. In previous Maddens, he was the hardest quarterback to use, and he's good, but it's like the team just lets him down sometimes. Just like I'll throw a good pass, and they'll just get hit up in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. That mid-air collision stuff is kind of crazy. But anyway, so yeah, Drags will get locked up. DK Metcalf is still the best receiver in the game after playing with a lot of quarterbacks. Like I said, Drew Lock, and Drew Lock, Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson was throwing dots, but like I said, they was mid-air collision the heck out of me. So I have to figure out how to maybe get the ball down a little bit more, or how to time my catches because it is a different game. No matter how many people have been coming out here saying, "Oh, This is trash. This is trash. It's the same game. I'm trying to tell y'all. Even though the trailer sucked, it was not good at all. And I'm telling y'all that straight up. That's probably one of the worst. That's probably the last year's trailer was worse. This was probably the worst trailer they ever came out with. And I'm fully aware of that. And I know some people probably see some leak stuff. Like I said, I'm not doing that. I ain't about to put nothing out there. I'm not trying to have my stuff banned. People telling me, "Oh, make this." No, I'm not doing none of that. People like, "Oh, look at this trash leak gameplay and all this other stuff." Nah, bruh. Whoever was probably playing that junk was trash. And how they recorded it, it looked like it was like 240p. So think about this. If it's something that's in 240p and you used to seeing something in 4K or 1080p, it's gonna look trash in general. And plus, I keep trying to tell y'all, Madden is Madden. They're not gonna change the entire layout of the game. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was like the Tecmo Bowl days coming from this year to that year and stuff like that. Madden has evolved, but it still has its outlet that they build around. They're not gonna literally change face of the whole game. You've seen them add new engines, but it's still Madden. You gotta think it's still football. What possibly can you do to a football game except for change the presentation? It's 11 on 11. It's football. You throwing it, you doing this, you doing that. What else are you gonna change about the game? So that's why I come to them with stuff, ideas that I have, and I'll tell you the ideas after I get to the next thing. Also, I've seen the coolest animation in this game. I was playing with the Bears, and I was going up against the 49ers. The Bears defense plays freaking great in this game. I had 11, they had 6, and I think that's how the game ended. They had a chance to score the game with a touchdown. My cornerback actually swatted out the ball because lately the computer has been clutch. Almost every single Hail Mary against me has been caught at the end of the game. But I haven't lost none like that. But they probably could have either tied it or, if they was the last play to win it, they would have won it. But they didn't do it. But anyway, Justin Fields, like since the pressure is crazy from like the edge, I stepped up in the pocket and the blockers was there, right? Somebody was engaged in the block, and the defender, even though he was in the block, it's like reach elite, but not like as crazy. He grabbed my shoulder pad, and what was so cool about this, Justin Field like stumbled a little bit. He stumbled and like he moved his shoulder like, man, get off me. Like literally running like he. I think I tripped up over my lineman's leg a little bit. I told you stumble animations in this game are nice. I told you I don't see those shoestring tackles or whatever, but if something is caught by your body or your leg, the player will react to it and they'll stumble. So it's like I stumbled also a little bit, and the defender like that was getting blocked, like the defensive tackle, tried to grab my shoulder pad, but since he got blocked and I was recovering, the stumble also with the shoulder shrug, like the combo of the animation was so sick, and I was able to run for a touchdown. And I know you've seen that in NFL, like Lamar Jackson, even Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, guys like that, when they run up to the middle and somebody try to grab them and they just go off like some Steve Young, Tim Tebow type stuff. I thought that was the coolest animation because I've never seen that before. And I'm telling y'all, I'm writing stuff down that I haven't seen before. And this is just me playing the game. What a lot of people really don't do. They just see something and they talk trash about it. I've seen people literally break down gameplay without them playing it. And I understand. I told you, the trailer was trash. And I can be like, but guess what? I got the beta day one. And I've been playing the heck out of it. And I'm telling you, it's way better than the trailer. It's way better than what people are saying. Some people, I told y'all, they like to complain, they don't like to adjust. Now usually I like to, when I'm playing the game, I'll be mad too. I'll be like, man, what the heck, man, what's going on with this? But this is probably the most feedback I've been able to do. I went to that forum page, I've been posting stuff and people have been voting up my stuff, man. I'm telling you, the game is good. And the stuff that I'm requesting are about, oh, nerf this, nerf that. No, I'm telling them to add additional stuff to the game so it can make it better. So yeah. So anything else? Yeah, by the way, DBs do notice when the player's in their zone. So say like if somebody is running backwards and they notice that somebody, like say if you and like a purple, and there's a deep blue. Like, cover three. The cornerback is in the deep blue. The safety's in the purple. The safety will drop back with the deep blue if there's nobody at all. Like, if there's nobody coming across the field and there's like everybody just blocking and everybody else is on the man, that safety will run back with that corner to help him out. And it's so cool how you, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, the AI is so smart. If the defender notice that somebody is covering somebody and there's a man approaching the area they're in, they will fly straight down, swat the ball, pick the ball off. And I have had that happen to me so many times because I'm like, I'm so used to AI not reacting, but they react hard in this game. So beware of that. So yeah, about the stuff that I told EA to add in the game, and I'm gonna start off with the first one, which is right now the top 6 of the top 10 out of all of the stuff on the forums, and that's adding the DB matchup menu that we used to have like in Madden 13, where you can request like a cornerback or whoever to be on that man the whole game. And I told you, I know they got the player by route running, player by speed, player by height, player by overall. But this is a lot better because no matter where that person goes, if I was like, you know what, I got Ramsey, so I want to put him on Jamar Chase for the whole game, you can do that. There used to be a menu like that in Madden where you can do corner matchups and DB matchups or whatever, and you can have that person on him the whole game, no matter where he lines up. If that person on the field, he'll just do whatever to somebody else. But when that person back on the field, he's going to be watching him. And in this day and age, you notice that a lot of cornerbacks follow the number one receiver. And it's not just about, oh, he's number one, so he's on this side. He's number two, he's on this side. That's a real thing. So, and even like overall wise, they can be kind of glitchy, especially in MUT, because you can have a 99 overall player and then another person can be 99, or you can have the same overall, and then sometimes they kind of just go all in between. So that is one I requested, and that is number 6 out of 10, top 10. So I think that's great. I hope they add that. If they add that, your boy Young Motag had something to do with that. Like I said, also I told them now to add the Canton Ohio Stadium. I told y'all about that in this video already. I told them to add the gritty because everybody's like, yo, it's the gritty in the game, the gritty in the game. I tried my hardest to do the gritty with Justin Jefferson. It didn't happen. He did some other dance that wasn't the gritty, or I was like, hey, man, well, never mind, I can't even say that. But anyway, it wasn't the gritty, bro. So anyway, I also asked them to fix the challenge play because the challenge play has been non-existent for over 10 years. Every time you try to challenge the play, you say, oh, there's nothing to challenge. But in former football games, the other company, you can literally challenge anything after any play on the field. And I feel like they have to bring that aspect back, especially in the NFL we live in. It's penalties, it's flags, it challenges all over the place. And I feel like that will add like a skill gap, that will add a different situational skill level to football. Like, oh shoot, was that a first down? And that can really change the game. Like if somebody needs a timeout and like, oh shoot, should I risk it or going for this penalty? I know that was a first down. I know that wasn't a fumble. It's been plenty of stuff like that. And I think that will be cool for them to completely rehaul the challenge system where you can literally challenge anything. If you go to challenge play, they'd be like, well, I want to challenge the spot of the ball. I want to challenge, was it a first down? Was it a touchdown? Was his feet in bounds? Stuff like that. Was it a fumble? Was it not a fumble? I don't think you can like challenge the pass interference in the NFL. So, but just etc. Like the fact that you can literally have a play and just challenge anything, and they can both review it and be like, okay, yeah, I requested that, and I think that's something huge. That can be something that really makes sense in this game. So yeah, was there another one I did? I believe it was another one. What was it? Oh yeah, also I told them make sure they added to pump up the crowd, because in previous Maddens, like I know it's small stuff, but I know what people like. At being a player, I know what people like, and I miss literally pumping up the crowd in games. So I put that on there. Like I said, if y'all want to vote for all this, it's on the forums. If you have access to the beta, you can literally vote my stuff up. I don't think nobody that has the beta can vote, but if y'all had a beta, bro, I'm telling y'all, go vote for my stuff, man, because this is the stuff that actually people want. And it'll be nice to be like, yo, you know what? That would be so, like, I would be so happy the fact that they actually listened to something I had to say, because that would be so cool. Because it was in Madden before, so it's not like it's not possible. But the challenge thing will kind of be maybe huge. But the DB matchup screen, to pump up the crowd, something like that, they can add that in there. And the crowd is nuts in freaking Madden 22. And I know it is nuts in Madden 23. So if you add that, pumping up the crowd, you know what I'm saying, the controller get vibrating a little bit or something like that, or I don't know, you get a boost on the play, like something for where you can, or at least just put it in there just because of it. I think that would be cool, man. And yeah, so that's my thoughts. That's my feedback. Today, it wasn't nothing really too crazy. I just talked about the stadiums, you know, the drags being locked up, you stepping up in the pocket. It was a cool animation with Justin Fields. I was able to just stumble, you know, like get off me with that shoulder. He tried to grab my shoulder, and I took off. That man took off for real too. I was like, dang. So yeah. Hey guys, this is day 3, man. We'll see if I'm able to do a day 4. You know, tomorrow Sunday. We'll see how that goes. Let me know if y'all told y'all if y'all got any questions. If y'all want me to request something to EA and I'm all with it, you already know I'll do it. So like I said, don't believe everybody talking about, oh, the game is trash, the game is the same. Some people actually don't know what Madden used to be or what it was or what it is. Some people are just trash. Some people are actually casual players. I'm not saying I'm the best in the world. I'm not saying like, oh man, but knowing how long I've been playing this game, I told y'all, if y'all watch that day 1, you know, I'm telling you, after every single play, I was writing something down. I literally didn't finish the game until probably like maybe 2 hours, because I'm like, oh shoot, that's different. I've never seen that before. That's cool. That's this, and I'm doing that now. Not every single play, but I'm playing the full games, and I'm noticing the little stuff that I've never seen in Madden before. And what I like about this, I told y'all, they have different animations when you catch the pass, when you do this, when you do that, and I think that is really cool. From game to game, it's different. You know, you get tired of seeing the same animations. And I also noticed that they added some animations from back in the day. Like, I remember back in the day, like the stiff arm button used to be R2, and sprint used to be X. If you had a PS2 back in the day, and one of the stiff arm animations, they used to like do like a little high step with it, like the little Heisman pose. They added that back into the game, so that was pretty cool. So it's almost like EA, we don't mind when you put new stuff in the game, but just have a variety of it. You know, it's like if you got the old stuff, keep the old stuff, just add new stuff. And they said they had like 1,500 or 3,000 some animations in the game. So, like I said, that creates a variety of gameplay. That shows that the more you play, you'll have different outcomes. And I have seen that every game is different. Every quarterback is definitely different this year, man. That freaking target passing, it's tough, but it's fun to try to master. I keep trying to tell y'all that. So, and Russell Wilson this year, man, that dude got gunslinger. He got extended. Oh, what do we call it? Something extender. Gussy scrambler, dash and deadeye. So, thinking about this, man has no pressure on the run, and he has dashing deadeye. So he has perfect passer on the run, and he has gunslinger. So the ball is gonna get out there. Then he has a chance to invade the blitzing DB. So this dude is freaking nuts. So Russell Wilson, playing against him and playing against Tom Brady is probably one of the hardest things you'll do in this game. You get the beta, play against the Broncos, play against the Bucks. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, man. So yeah. See y'all in the next one. I appreciate that. Sorry about that little mishaps with the whole voice thing or whatever, but I appreciate y'all, man, and let me know what y'all want to see, what kind of questions y'all want me to do or whatever. and I appreciate the feedback. I appreciate everything that y'all been doing. And like I said, shout out to EA for sending me this stuff day one, man, because usually I don't get this type of treatment. And I know a lot of people signed up and they don't have it. And I'm glad I can pump out these videos. You know, we getting subscribers, we getting likes, we getting feedback, we getting watch time. Like I said, help me out to get the 4K watch time, man. I'm at 1,100 something, and I need like 3,000 before the year's over with. You know what I'm saying? So we can get monetized. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I'm here. We here. Let's go.